Good afternoon, evening, or morning, depending on where in the world you are. My phone tells me that there's a brand new episode of ETR starting right now. And that's us.
Mm-hmm.
Welcome. My name is Chris Pinkerton, if you're nasty. Joining me tonight is an amended Jackal Squad. A moment of silence because Dust Mites, for the very first time in 258 episodes, is on assignment.
Oh my.
That's crazy if you think about it. 250 consecutive episodes. That's impressive.
I think that may be. That's probably. I don't know. I'm sure there's it's no sort of record, but hey, we miss you, Dust.
Mm-hmm.
Miss you already.
Got to take care of business, so to speak. So let's go around the Jackal Yard and see who is hanging with us tonight from his nocturnal chamber. As usual, Mr. Brian Brink.
Hey, how you guys doing? I forgot what my cold open is today. I thought I had something, but no, I don't.
Nothing?
Nothing.
No comic anecdotes?
No, I'm not feeling all the comedy. Yeah, no, got nothing.
Okay.
Dang.
Well, I don't know how the hell you're ever going to follow that up, Chan. How are you?
I'm fan-freaking-tastic. I'll be honest. I'm feeling great. I had a little steak for dinner tonight. And,
Ooh, a little steak?
Yeah, just a little bit. I did some sauteed mushrooms and onions to go with it because I love that. It's one of my favorite things. So.
Oh, that sounds good.
That was pretty tasty.
I had chicken. I think it's chicken marsala. It's one that's got it's got artichokes with it.
Yeah.
Capers. It's got a lemony flavor. It was really
Yeah,
good.
that's it. That's the one.
Yeah, that's what we had.
When I came to visit you the very first time, Chris, that's what Kelly made.
Oh.
Did she?
Yep, it was fantastic.
Fancy.
I'll have to remind her that sometime in the next 10 years you get to come back over. Won't be that long, I don't think. Tyler, how are you, man?
It has been a hell of a day for a Monday. I'll just say that. Had to drive 2.5 hours to work today. 3 hours on the way back.
Was that because of all the toy hunting you did there?
No toy hunting today. Get home. XL doesn't want to cooperate. I rolled over my headphone jack, so these are done.
Oh no!
Oh wow, that's hardcore.
Yeah, on my chair. So like really.
Well, you got all that 3D printing money now. You can buy a new one. Oh, why don't you 3D print a new headset?
Whoa!
Probably worth a shot. So I will be. I guess now is the time to invest in some better equipment. So I've been putting it off. I guess I got to start doing some research. So, but yeah, now I got to figure out why XL is not working. So, or not XL, excuse me, PowerPoint.
I was gonna say if it's XL, you might just need double XL. That might be the problem. That might be the issue. So, well, I had an interesting day today. I had a doctor's appointment unrelated to any illness, but they had a sign up that said we have COVID-19 antibody tests, which I honestly hadn't seen anywhere, heard that there was even a thing. So I asked about it. Of course, insurance doesn't cover it. It's not super expensive. So I said, yeah, let me go ahead and get that because I had back in January before this popped off. Yep, I said that. I was with my boss in New York City, and then the following week we rode together, and he had this kind of pestering dry cough and was really lethargic and super tired.
Couldn't smell anything.
I don't remember that, but if he said that or not. But
you weren't hotboxing him in the car. He didn't say anything?
I mean, I was farting the whole time. He didn't say a word. No, I'm kidding. But he went to like a walk-in clinic or whatever, and they're like, you don't have the flu. They just did the normal testing. That's all they knew to do. So I've just kind of been curious. I wonder if something happened. So the antibody test is pretty interesting. They prick your finger, which I'm going to be honest with you, and it may just be that I've done so much dumb shit in my life that my pain threshold is just bizarre to everybody else's. But she was like, the girl was going into the great detail to tell me, okay, then we're going to prick your finger. It doesn't hurt too bad. But then I'm going to have to get a droplet of blood. And it honestly, it looks like a pregnancy test. And they have to get the blood in this little circle and whatever. So she pokes me and I barely feel it. I said, is that it? She's like, yeah. Because she was like, some grown men are scared to death of this. Like, whatever. And the nurse is she's tatted up. So I'm like, well, you know, the needles don't bother you at all. But, you know, she pokes my finger and I get some blood on it. And she's like, all right, I'm going to roll it. I was like, you just want me to do this? Because she was like, it was this tiny little woman and she had all these like, extra large rubber gloves. It was all clumsy. So just let me turn my finger over. And I squeezed it and I dropped the blood on. And I don't know, it came back inconclusive, so we had to do another one. And by that time, I had gotten it to stop bleeding and put a Band-Aid on it. Mm-hmm. Well, she came back and said, we're going to have to do another one. So I'd already taken the Band-Aid off and kind of moved my finger around and had it bleeding again. And she pulled out the poker. I was like, oh, we're good. We're good. So I just dropped it on there. Like, yeah, it's negative. I was like, okay. So that was an interesting experience today. Yeah, I mean, I guess it's good news that I haven't had it or don't have it. But you know.
But the first one was inconclusive. So like that first bit of blood, that's no good blood. You got to get the good blood on there.
I gotta mix it up a little bit. I gotta do my shake weights. I'm sure somebody will meme me on that one. So,
it sounds like a diabetes test, like a like the little strip,
the little. Yeah. And you know, they're measuring for some. I don't know. She rattled off some chemical compound. It's like three letters. That is the antibodies, but I'm not the one.
That's interesting. So I had one because I got crazy sick when I came back from a business meeting in February.
I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah, it was bad. And then when I went and got a test, it wasn't the finger prick. It was almost like giving blood. Like they hooked it up and took a couple tubes.
Oh gosh.
Worth of blood. And when I was talking to the doctor, he was like, so when do you think you were sick? And he's like, oh, well, you know, if it's only in your active immune system, not your whatever the other one is.
Inactive.
No, it's not inactive. I can't remember the term for it.
A big inactive.
But he was saying like, because it was over like 90 days, and he goes, oh yeah, we found that most people, if it's been more than 90 days, it'll come up negative. But he was like, every symptom you have matches. He goes, but don't be surprised if it comes back negative. And then I got it, I think it was 3 days later, I got a update through my Quest Lab app, and it said it was negative. So,
interesting.
Wow.
Yeah, so if you had it a while ago, you may
Who knows?
It may not.
Might not show up anymore. So, yeah, interesting times we live in for sure. Interesting times. Yeah. Well, I guess it's time for that next segment. Probably won't have a new remixed music for this one, but let's talk about what'd you get? Well,
was that new? I think that was new.
That seemed pretty new.
I think it is.
I'm gonna be honest. It all sounds great. I couldn't tell you. I can't tell you how new it is or not.
Dude, Dust. Was it Saturday night? Yeah, it was Saturday night. He played some beats, which was good. But then he did this Vander Slice, like this guy. I guess he goes out on Twitch and people send him beats and he evaluates them and stuff. And Dust sent him some more stuff. And it's funny, like before he announced who sent it to him, like I was like, that's a Dust Mites joint, you know, kind of thing. Like I could tell. And dude, he was getting a lot of praise from a lot of people in that chat stream. It was pretty cool, though, listening to everybody's music that they were playing. It was kind of neat. I just realized that. Sorry, Chris. I probably should have started with this, but
hey, listen. We can talk about whatever you want. I promise you, we have plenty of time tonight.
I went for a drive this weekend to get errands, and I'm usually queuing up a podcast of some kind on the cool table, you know, while I'm driving. But this time I was like, I forgot to figure out what I'm gonna listen to. So I put on the radio, and I tell you, man, I don't think I've listened to like real spoken word music in months. Like,
Really?
when I'm here at work and I'm in the zone, I'm listening to like cafe music, instrumental music, stuff like that from YouTube. It's like, but it's like, wow. It's like, I need to get back into like listening to real music because it's put me in a good mood. I was like, damn. You know?
Man, I listen to music a lot, and Kelly Usmanic's listen to the same shit over and over. But I do. I mean, I listen to what I like. But yeah, I've gotten to where like I'll have to if I'm just grinding out like binging some show or something, working in the shop. I can do a day or two of that, but then I'm like, I gotta listen to some music. It just puts me in a good mood, you know. It just gets me, you know, hyped up about shit. I know it sounds silly, but I'm right there with you, man. Yeah.
I have to. I do. I have to listen to when I drive. I get too much road rage otherwise. And calm. I'm pretty calm when I'm listening. But then, you know, stupid stuff happens and, you know, shit covered douche canoes and all this. So
shit covered douche canoes.
I can't. It's like Tourette's. It's ridiculous. I don't even know what the hell's flying out of my mouth most of the time. But music definitely. I have my Pandora is the most mixed up thing. I hate to admit it, but it's all over the place, and I just put it on shuffle and go. Yeah,
shuffle and go.
Well, there you go. I have another funny story I forgot to tell earlier. So I got choked out by my 7-year-old. Legit. This is kind of a tragic story, and it's hard to admit. I mean, I'm a big guy. I have the background I have, so. This is what happened. Me and Charlie were just, you know, kind of wrestling. And Charlie's 7 now, and Charlie's a solid unit, as our friend Bobby might say. He's a heavy kid. And we were wrestling, and he ended up like I picked him up like a piggyback thing, and he let his legs go, so he literally had his arms wrapped around my neck. And I remember feeling like, oh, I need to sit down. I felt lightheaded. And next thing I know, I'm sitting down on the ground, and he's crying. Like, what? So Kelly comes over and she's like, "What happened?" I'm like, I didn't know what to say. I was like, because I didn't know what happened. But he was okay. I bruised the fuck out of my tailbone. Like,
oh no.
I was concerned about being able to sit here, but actually the way this chair is shaped, it's got like a gap right where it needs to have one. So, yeah. And to think I used to do that for $4 a match. A little bit softer than our subfloor, but. It's like, yeah, I got choked up by my 7-year-old. It's pretty exciting. Wow. Takes a real man to admit that. Let's be honest. Not everybody could admit that. But I believe we were talking about,
what'd you get?
Buying shit. Brian, what'd you get?
All right, I got a few things in. I was able to complete my Avengers SH Figure Arts Age of Ultron by getting Cap, finally.
Nice.
So just waited. Patience save pockets, Chris. Wait. I love how eBay, you can save a search now, and you wake up in the morning, and they have a nice little email. Here's the new stuff in that search that you're like, boom, that's the price point. Let's do it. And you know, I was browsing through the Lego website, checking out that Nintendo. Have you guys seen that?
Oh yeah, I've seen it.
Pretty cool.
And while I was there, I didn't order that, but I found a Harry Potter set that caught my eye.
Oh, nice.
Harry Potter.
Hagrid's place for the third movie, which is my favorite movie. And it's a pretty cool set. It comes with the 3 main characters: Hagrid, Buckbeak, all that good stuff. I didn't.
Do you have the other sets for them?
Nah, I just wanted to get that, and
and
before I bought it on Lego's website, I happened to see that the Target had it for like 15% off. So I was like, boom, I'll do that.
So you ordered it from Target, or you found it at Target?
No, I ended up ordering it from Target. I didn't go. You know,
it's cool they actually have some. I was going to say it's cool they actually have some stuff on their website.
That's right. So, why do I actually walk into a Target? Do I just want to be disappointed? You know?
Yeah, it's hit or miss. It's hit or miss out there.
Joe's in all the wrong places.
Yeah. That's about right.
All right, and I got a little something from Mezco today.
Damn, that still hasn't shipped.
Wiki wow.
Oh,
There he is.
very nice.
The most the most polarizing figure out there right now. It actually took my feed from where them troopers at to why's John Wick got a 5 head. So I'm excited to get it still. I hadn't even gotten a shipping notice yet. So
And then lastly, a little surprise in the mail from one Beansy, Matt H.
Yeah.
Sent me some bread in a can.
What did you do to piss him off?
I don't know. And not only that, but he sent me a second can, bread in a can with raisins.
Ooh.
I'm just gonna assume there was some conversation that led to you receiving that in the mail, and it wasn't just a random pull.
Yep.
Is that correct?
Yes. It was 2 shelf gravies ago. We just Matt was on and we started going. I was going on about baked beans or something, and he came back with, "Oh, you ever have their bread in a can?" And we were just like, Tyler, I think you're in the chat for that episode.
I was.
It was funny.
It's terrifying. Like, he needs to be careful sending that kind of stuff through mail. Like, that could be considered like an act of terrorism.
Oh, come on now.
Is that because there's raisins in it?
That even makes it worse.
It's ready to serve. Also, too, this bread is best before April 23rd of 2022. So this is gonna be my pandemic bread.
Oh, I was hoping you'd open it and eat it live in the air.
Yeah.
Wait, hang on. So that's not even just like dough in a can. That's like pre-baked in a can.
Yes.
Oh, that's even worse.
It's like the worst MRI situation you can have.
You need to open that and taste it right now.
Yep. Oh no.
We have time to fill.
Come on.
Matt H, should he get the raisins version or the regular if he's gonna eat one?
I was gonna say you have 2 cans with or without raisins, leaded, unleaded. Which one are you gonna do?
All right.
Come on, Brian. Come on.
Which one should I do?
I don't know. Let's let the chat.
Are you feeling fruity? You want a little sweetness in your life?
All right, let me go get a can opener.
That's
the end of my haul, Chris.
So
Okay.
excited about this.
What Stewie said. Stewie said this on Family Guy one time. He was talking about a chunky bar. It's a chocolate bar with raisins in it. Who thought that'd be a good idea? Yeah, that is pretty nonsensical. Well, I guess while Brian is going to get a can opener, we can move on down the line here. Chan, I don't have a scroll to unroll for you, but what'd you get?
Got actually a good bit of craziness, to be honest. I did end up getting the convention in a box from Mezco. It came in I think Thursday. It was delivered, so that was a fun treat to open up and go through and check out. And great figure, of course.
Oh yeah.
Brian, I'm so excited about this. I don't even know if I can keep talking right now. I want to know what it smells like and everything. Yeah.
So you have to. Yeah, we'll take a break from the halls here while you do this. You need to make yourself big for the screen though, so we can.
All right, so. All right, put me on the big screen while I put stuff in my mouth.
Yeah.
All right, so raisin or not raisin?
So let's see. The chat says.
It looks like raisin.
It looks like raisin wine. It says something about toasting it, but we're not going to be able to toast it here on the air, unfortunately.
And it also says something about Brian sending Matt chicken in a can. Yeah.
All right.
A whole chicken.
So let's do raisin.
Raisin again. Got another raisin.
This is what it's come down to, ladies and gentlemen, during the pandemic.
Oh God.
This is an unboxing unlike anything you've ever seen. You know, it would have been great if Brian was like, I don't know how to use a can opener.
I wanted him to come with the electric one and plug it in. And
Yeah.
can in it, hit the button.
I thought it would be funny if he had a church key. Just a little bitty. You guys know what a church key is?
Yeah.
Oh, look at Brian's face. That does not smell good.
It smells like raisin bread.
Is it supposed to come out?
It says
No,
to
you
do
had to open
both
both
sides.
ends.
Oh, you got to break that air seal.
Oh my god.
It's gonna slide out like cranberry sauce on Thanksgiving. It's gonna go. Let's see. Here it goes.
Push it through or something.
Oh,
Oh my god.
Don't cut yourself. That's all we need right now.
Yeah.
this is
Oh dude.
a live unboxing here on the Realm of Collectors channel. Did you just use an official Realm spudger to get your bread? There it comes. Here it comes.
Oh,
Like a turd. No.
I mean,
I'm kidding.
I don't mind that this exists, but why does this
not
exist?
the rings.
Wow.
Okay.
Is there a how it's made episode about this?
I'd like to know. Yeah.
There's
That's
no heel. Do you
The
Matt,
whole thing is a heel.
Matt, the whole thing has heel tendencies. Hey,
That's what it is. They take all those heel slices nobody wants.
Yeah. So just for
Just take a
Take a
bite.
slice.
I am gonna cut the heel off and not eat it.
Just
Okay.
Okay.
take a bite out of it like it's an ear of corn.
Yes.
Oh man.
Does it have, so is it literally just? Can you read the ingredients real quick? I'm just curious as to what's in it.
It looks really dense, like
What's that
molasses bread or
Off
something.
white. What's that off white spot?
I don't know. Ingredients: water, whole wheat flour, molasses, dextrose, whole grain rye flour, raisins, whey, degerminated yellow corn meal, baking soda, buttermilk, salt, corn oil. Adds a trivial amount of fat and cholesterol. That is for the corn oil.
Oh.
Actually, ingredient wise, doesn't sound bad.
It's made in Portland, Maine.
No
Oh,
shit.
no.
Tyler, you were just there, weren't
I
you?
was literally just there.
Here we go.
All right, live on the air.
The half of it. Like,
He's not gagging or puking or anything.
no.
It's totally edible,
Okay.
but
Does it need
Is
some
it-
doctoring?
it's like a dessert bread. It's
Like, is it like? Yeah, Matt says it is like molasses bread.
So do you think you could toast it and then like eat it with some scrambled eggs or something?
oh, I don't know about that.
No.
Some butter or cream cheese.
Is it almost like a banana bread or something?
Yeah, it's I mean it's very dense. Like
It seems like it would be a
Oh
very
my God.
British. It seems like a British thing to me. I don't know why.
oh, it's very interesting.
All right. Now you're gonna
Put
put
it
it back in the can now.
Back in the can.
Oh,
Oh my god.
Oh my God, that's great, Brian.
oh.
There we go.
Oh,
Thanks,
wow.
Matt.
Are you sure?
All right, and for any of the other listeners, watchers, if you would like Brian Brink to sample your favorite regional foods,
Yes,
In
it has to be.
can.
It has to be prepackaged. No homemade goods, please. Don't want your granny's special nut bread. It ain't tasted the same since Grandpa passed.
oh god,
Oh no.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks, Brian. That was entertaining to say the very least.
Yeah. That was
Chan,
good.
let's get back on track here.
Sure. Yeah. The so we were at the Mezco convention in a box, and then did some Playmobil Scooby blind bags. I got 5 of those, and 2 of the little Black Series, The Child, which
Nice.
they're like
Yeah, they're ridiculously small.
I can't even. It's kind of crazy. I did get the Batman That Laughs, the Nightwing, and Batgirl from the McFarlane DC collection thing. Those are the only ones I want. They look the best, I think, and
Yeah, those are good looking figures. They did a good job with those.
I'm anxious to open them and see how they hold up. Let's see what else. Black Series got 2 Gaming Greats, Shadow Troopers, 40th Anniversary Rebel, Hoth Trooper, Episode 2 Obi-Wan, and a Kit Fisto. Just picked up the Kit Fisto today. I think it was today. Yeah, and the Obi-Wan. And then I got the Marvel Legends Gwen Stacy on the retro card, and Age of Apocalypse, Sunfire, Wild Child, Jean Grey, and X-Men. So now I have all of those.
Wow.
Nice.
And oh yeah, I found the Flasher Gremlin today too when JD and I were out earlier. So
Hey,
Nice.
yeah, so
the Flasher.
yeah, and to go along with my ridiculous Pops collection, my Star Wars shit, I got the Dagobah Yoda with the hut. And I think that's it.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, Tyler.
That's hard to top. I got a Black Series Commander Rex for my kid.
Captain Rex?
Captain Rex. Shout out to Caleb for hooking that one up.
Nice.
I also found a child. Same thing for my son.
Nice.
I got rolls and rolls and rolls of gold filament delivered today.
Nice.
I love gold.
Yeah, I need to get caught up. I had a lot of people hitting me up over the last couple days for Cobra Thrones. I'm gonna have
I
to,
wonder why.
yeah, I'm gonna have to cut that one off soon. Like it's getting.
Or you just buy another printer just to run Thrones on.
And that has also happened, but it hasn't got here yet.
Yeah. Well,
Whoa, fancy.
ballin'.
Wow.
That's definitely a top that one right there.
Yeah.
Not at all. And then I was out and about this weekend, so I pulled milkman duty. So
Thank you, sir.
So for people in the realm, let's see, I got I think 5 Cobra Troopers, a couple of Beachheads, 2 different NECA turtle sets. Actually 3, I guess, if you count the Rockstar turtle set. A couple of those Spider-Man Marvel Legends of the Classic cards. I think that might be it. I think it's about $400 I had out there.
Wow.
Over the last couple of days but is good. Everybody paid very, very quickly, and it's all been boxed up and it's on their way to their new homes. Glad I can help. So
Awesome, dude. That's what's up.
what about you, Chris? What'd you get?
Oh well, I'll start out with some of the bro deal stuff. I this morning actually found 2 of the. It's the movie Casey Jones and Flasher Raff, I'll call him. 2 packs just hanging out at this shitbird Walmart in the little town I was in that never has anything. They were just sitting on the bottom shelf like, hello.
Wow.
I was able to get 1 Cobra Trooper at a Target on quote unquote release day. What a fiasco that is. I got a second shop vac today to go with my. I bought a very large. Well, I bought a 4x8 sheet of MDF and had it cut to size, and some other lumber to build a table for our second CNC machine. That should have up and running middle of the week. If all things go well.
So, Chris, let me ask you about this new machine.
Yep.
Obviously, you had a learning curve with the old one.
Correct.
And you really dialed it in. You knew exactly how to use it and all that other stuff. Do you have to go through the same growing pains with this one, or what?
So one of the reasons I got this particular machine is that I can run the same software I'm running now.
Oh, nice.
So it is all these machines come as a kit essentially. I mean, they're not going to ship you an assembled machine, but this one's build was very different. This is actually an open source machine. A lot of the parts are 3D printed, believe it or not. It's got aluminum framing, but like the brackets that hold everything together, 3D printed stuff. I mean, I'm assuming it's ABS or PLA Plus or something, and it's like 100% infill. It's solid. But this machine can do some stuff the other one can. It can do larger, deeper pieces, so I can do like 2-inch material now instead of 1-inch material, which should speed up some processes. It's 50% bigger than the other one too, so I can do more at once. I spent a lot of time switching out blank material. So this will save some time from that aspect. So hopefully I'll have that up and running. But yeah, the fact that it runs the same software and I don't have to like learn a new software and don't have to figure out how to import stuff from other programs was really important. So that's why I went with this particular one. Although I did I had something come in the mail from UPS. It looked like something like they were going to try to sign me up to use their shipping. Nope, it was a $70 like duties and import fees bill from UPS because company's in Canada. And I think it was $1,300. So I guess anything over $800, you have to pay some sort of duties on. Duties. So, yeah. I got 3 of the Mezco boxes in.
Nice.
Those are really cool. And I got my giant Gomez, my life-size Gomez in. He's laying on the couch right now. It's how Halloween skeletons have the little like, I don't know, it's almost like an eyelet that's you can fold the pieces around to make them move. It's made like that, but it's Gomez and it's like 6.5 feet tall. It won't even fit on a door, so I got to figure out where I'm going to put him. He doesn't fit on anything I've got here, unfortunately. So, I think that was it. I got a lot of stuff coming. Actually, it wasn't. I got something really cool in from Tyler at 3D Printing Forge. Oh. I got a Cobra Throne.
Whoa.
Yes. So super excited to get a Cobra Commander in to get him sitting on that. So, yeah, hit Tyler up for your Cobra Thrones if you haven't yet. Keep on bugging him about it, so he'll keep making them, and then make other stuff too.
Yeah.
Hang on, let me see. I got room for probably 9 more, and then I'm calling it quits because I got other things I want to move on to.
Ooh, 9 more. Get on it. There
you go.
All right. Well, we have some news. We don't have a ton of news tonight, so this may actually be a little shorter show than usual. But I guess I'll go first. Let's talk about some action figures. All right. There we go. Once again, shout out to Jeremy B.
Thanks, Jeremy B.
for getting this delicious news together for us. Pulling these notes and all that good stuff. Let me get all my screen situated here. There we go. All right. Not a ton of news, but we will get through it. We had some Marvel Legends news up first. I believe these were shown. I don't know. They do something every week now. It's hard to keep up with when. But this is up now. This is the X-Men 20th anniversary, which I guess it's the 20th anniversary of the first movie. So they're doing, I guess, comic book versions of the characters from that movie. That's the only thing I can figure out here. So we got Rogue. I don't know. She kind of looks like Linda Carter a little bit, doesn't she?
I don't remember.
A little bit.
I don't ever remember her wearing this outfit.
I don't either. She looks kind of milfy, though.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, she looks like an older version of herself.
Almost Gilfy. Like, almost.
Oh! Lay it on me. Lay it on me. Hey, 16 plus 16. Come on. And also Pyro. So he's the other person in this 2-pack.
That's weird.
Yeah, it is an odd choice. They are, of course, 6-inch scale. Pre-orders are live for this. I know it's on Hasbro Pulse. I don't know about anywhere else. But each Rogue comes with 2 faces and 2 sets of hands, and Pyro comes with 2 faces and these overused fire effects that don't really make sense, but whatever.
He's almost got a pappy look to his face too. He's really got those deep set like laugh lines going on.
He does. He does. Yeah, I don't know what's up with these head sculpts. They're very Matt H said Rogue got some miles on her. I think my mom would say she's been rode hard and put up wet.
Yep, that's my same thing.
Oh my goodness! All right, it's Charlize Theron in Monster.
Oh man,
Sorry,
Oh,
that's
rough.
rough.
dude, that
Damn.
was wild shit. She did that to herself.
And hey, guess what? It comes in a box. A very odd box. I don't know. What's up with that color? Who said, let's go with a light gray that's indistinguishable from anything you've ever seen? Okay. Moving on here. This is Square Enix Bring Arts. I think we looked at some of these from some show last week, or week before maybe. It was Iron Man. It's like everybody's an Iron Man now. So this is the Thor from that. These are 12 scale, 6.5 inches is what it says. $134.99. Pre-orders are live for this right now. If this is your cup of tea, so we got multiple interchangeable hands. Mjolnir. Oh man, that's cool. Stormbreaker, and then there's a staff to connect them both too.
Was Square Enix, were they out of the Husky Buck for the Endgame Thor?
I don't know. Of course, he comes with these energy effects pieces in a stand as well. But I'm interested to see when somebody gets these in hand what they're like. Well, you see, it's Thor because he's got wings on his head and a hammer. I don't know how much more. I mean, was the little girl from Adventures in Babysitting Thor? Yeah, she was. Yeah. And hey, Buzzsaw Eject, I completely agree with you about The Old Guard. That was a good movie.
I haven't watched it yet. That's my girl crush right there. Charlize Theron is my girl crush, hands down.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Chan, I have a question for you since Charlize Theron is your girl crush. Do you think that her and Ashley Judd look alike at all?
No. I mean, Ashley Judd's an attractive woman, but I don't think they look a lot alike.
I used to get them mixed up all the time for some
Really?
reason.
That's very weird. I don't think they look alike at all.
No, I don't either.
I have a story about Ashley Judd, but we'll save that for another time. Maybe later we'll talk about celebrities.
Matt heard in the chat said that's liquid shit. I thought that's what he was saying. Brian was going to have after eating that bread, but now he's talking about.
Oh no!
God, I hope not.
Gotcha.
Yeah, but hey, at least you're in quarantine. When no, it's like you're stuck in
that TP.
All right. Let's see what's next here. Yeah, there he is with his stand. Yeah. So I mean, this is an interesting take on these characters. It doesn't do anything for me personally, but I don't know. It's a new way to look at things. But just in case you like the way things were, we've got the Tamashii Nations SH Figure Arts Avengers Endgame Final Battle Thor and Thanos. How many of these are they gonna make? So these are 12 scale, obviously. Thor apparently got into a altercation with King Midas and only his hair turned gold. Can anybody explain that better than what I just said?
Probably not. No.
Okay. So he comes with 2 swap out portraits. This looks like shit. God, I'm sorry. I know a lot of people are into this line, but this does not look good to me. He comes with Mjolnir and the Stormbreaker lightning effects. It looks like the cape may be wired. I don't know. Maybe it was just that pose because it doesn't look that bad there. But what's with the gold? They've done that before, right? Because I remember like
Jedi Luke.
Jedi Luke had those golden locks.
Oh, it looks ridiculous.
I remember that.
Yeah.
There he is next to. After all these years, we still can't get Captain America's face right. Captain America and Anthony Stark. So here's Thanos. Pictures shown are of design samples. Actual product may vary. So he comes with 2 interchangeable faces, swap out hands, the nano gauntlet, a dual-bladed sword, and diorama pieces. So there he is with the Nano Gauntlet, looking like a big old Grimace treat.
Yep.
Well, at least he can do the snap. All right. And that's the end of that. Brian, let me ask. You seem to love these. Are you in for these?
He got me on the Thanos last weekend. I pre-ordered it. Which the thing is, the one before this, which had the regular Infinity Gauntlet, which is incorrect, has started dropping in price. The one before that one, the Infinity War one, is also starting to drop in price. So I'm thinking maybe I'm an idiot for buying this for full price. Maybe I should just wait it out. But
well, two ways to look at that.
So there's that. The Thor, however, is still locked up in Anime Export's warehouse because they're not shipping to the U.S. yet. So
are you really?
Yeah.
How is that?
So the first Thor, I've had it. I own it. I just don't have it in my hand. And it's the same exact figure. This figure just comes with lightning effects, from what I can see. So
wow, is it just as have just as much of a golden locks?
I believe so. Yeah.
Well, all right. Moving along here, we have the Super 7 Reaction Thundercats line. So we have Lion-O, Chitara, Panthro, Mumra, Jackalman, and Slave. These are 3 3/4 inches tall and are $18 a piece. Currently available on Super 7's website. But here's some individual shots. Just Lion-O with his swords and his bear paw.
The only thing that makes these, I mean, if you ever wanted Lion-O to be able to pilot an X-Wing fighter, here you go.
There you go.
It's the only thing I can think of. Put him in some G.I. Joe vehicles.
I don't know anybody that collects these. I don't. But and I guess I'd be curious to know, is this something you keep on card? Or are you opening these and posing them with your 3 3/4 Star Wars figures? I don't know. I don't know if what the market is for these. So here's Chitara with her. Oh, she's got a lightsaber like the first Star Wars figures. Cool.
It doesn't slide out of her arm though.
Oh, you're right. I will say the box art for these is fantastic.
No.
But that's where it ends. His Panthro with his looks like he's got the what are those fighting robots? That what are those things called?
Rock'em robots.
Yeah, it looks like he stole some parts off some Rock'em Sock'em robots and tied them together so he didn't lose one of them.
Wow,
he looks anorexic in this.
It's very strange.
Well, they don't generate many bucks for this, so once again some great box art, and then Raw with some incredible looking box art too. Comes with 2 swords. Oh, some soft good action. Check it out. Check it out. Jackalman with a very large turkey leg. Looks like he's fresh from the Ren Fair. Also, I like that even though he's in a period piece, he's still wearing his laser tag target. Mm-hmm. Dead centered on his chest.
Wait, go back one. They couldn't just leave like the crotch piece brown. They had to paint the top of the legs. I think it makes it look that much worse.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
You know what I mean? Like you could have given him like the He-Man treatment, where it's just like the middle.
Well, yeah. If you look at the art here, yeah, it's definitely that way. But I don't know, man. They just want to put a little angle in the dangle, I guess.
I mean, they are charging $18. They need to pull out all the stops.
That's right. And Slide also has a similar problem, but seems like he might have a little bit more to cover up down there.
What comes to the tail?
Well, I was gonna say go back. It looks like it's not covering up enough, if you know what I'm saying.
He's got those Saw Gerrera eyes here too. Lies, deception. Once again, cool box art. So Super 7, make a poster of the box art, and we might super duper get excited about it. Let's see here. What is up next? All right, this is from Figma. They're making basically 12th scale Sega consoles for your figures. So they've got the Master System. I guess they come. I'm confused. Do they come? Oh, they come with games. That's what it is. So it's Master System with Alex Kidd and Miracle World, which I'm not familiar with. This is the Dreamcast here. It comes with Space Channel 5. Oh, here we go. That's the Master System right there. That is of course, the Genesis, what everybody remembers, and that comes with the Sonic game. This is a Game Gear with Puyo Puyo, which I accidentally played one day. I didn't understand what I was playing, but I just want you guys to keep in mind, look how big this console was and how little that screen was. Did you guys have one of these or know anybody that had a Game Gear back in the day?
A friend of mine did.
Yeah, my friend had one too.
Yeah, I was gonna say I had a Game Boy, but a buddy had a Game Gear. I just remember it was heavy and it got hot.
Yeah,
it got hot, but it had the color screen, so it's like, look at all the
it
pictures.
burned through those batteries, boy.
And here we are over here with our Game Boy, with our magnifier and our light and our speakers. And
Dude, I
was trying to explain. I was trying to explain to my kids all the periphery that you had to have to try to play that. You ever want to play in a car trip in the dark? You got to bring a whole pack of double A's. And that one pack will power your light, your speakers. Yeah. Let's see what else here. So this is the Saturn, Sega Saturn. Anybody remember that console?
Vaguely.
My roommate had one in college. Yeah.
So what about the Sega CD? Did you guys ever see that?
No.
I had it snapped on the bottom of your Sega Genesis.
Exactly. So it was a periphery to the Genesis that I don't even know how many games were made for that.
The one I got came with Echo the Dolphin and Sewer Rat.
I remember it coming with Echo the Dolphin. And of course the Dreamcast, and that comes with Space Channel 5, which it looks like it's a dancing game. I don't have any idea. I don't know. My memories of the Dreamcast is when I was in the film industry. We're also in the video game industry, obviously, and we had these consoles to rent, and we would take them home every once in a while. And I just always thought it was cool, like when you're playing a football games, you could call your plays on there's a little screen on the controller. You could call your plays, and the other guy, whoever you're playing with, didn't know what you were doing. I always thought that was neat, but very powerful console. Just not enough horsepower on the games to keep people interested. So it's pretty neat. These are $31 a piece, I think. No, is it all of them? Hang on, each console. I don't know if it's all of them for $31 or just. I would hope it's all of them because that's a lot of money for one little thing.
For those things that are small, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if any of you guys have watched the Angry Video Game Nerd, but his video on the Sega CD was hilarious. A lot of it had to do with the fact that they had those huge ass AC adapters for all of the components, and they're like, how the hell do you even plug all these all in? It's all one strip.
Did you guys ever have a Neo Geo or know anybody that had a Neo Geo?
No.
I remember they always had ads in like GamePro magazine for those, and I think they were like $500 or $600, which, I mean, even today that's a lot of money for a video game console. But back in like the 90s, I was like, oh my gosh, I could buy a Toyota Corolla for $1,000, brand new.
Right.
No, I'm kidding. I'm not that old.
There was this restaurant I used to go to with my dad from time to time. They had there was a bar connected to it, of course, and they had a Neo Geo machine. And I used to love playing it because they had this game called like King of Monsters, and basically you could be Godzilla and you would fight.
I remember that. Yeah, I remember that game.
That was a lot of fun. It was the first time you could actually like play as Godzilla. It was kind of cool.
Doodle Cheese in the chat is saying BBTS has this whole set for $54.99. So I guess that's an import price.
Yep.
That I just listed. Pretty cool, man. Video game memories.
Looking for a Dreamcast. I've only ever seen old video game systems at like places like Just Press Play. Do you guys have those around you? Know what that is?
Is it like kind of a more of an independent GameStop kind of place?
Sort of, yeah. They carry a lot of older, like old gaming systems, old video games. They even repair them and stuff like that.
a little toy shop we have here in town, the Toy Exchange. They have a pretty decent selection of consoles. Mason has a really good. He's gone back and bought a bunch of the older like Game Boys and the Game Boy Advances and the SP. He bought an SP from there recently.
Nice.
He's got just pretty much, a nice collection of everything has pretty much come out while he's been alive. So basically the past 20 years of stuff. So
my old Game Boy still works.
He needs to get on that Virtual Boy tip. Do you remember that?
Oh God. It makes me nauseous to think about it.
I just
awful.
remember the Mario tennis game on there.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, how many games were there?
I don't think there was that many.
There wasn't many. But yeah, here's everything. Oh, cool! That's neat. It comes with some hands for the controllers.
Nice.
For your Figma figures. I don't have any Figma figures, but it's pretty neat. I can't wait to lose all of this. I'm waiting on the Nintendo version, damn it.
Wow.
All right. Jazzwares, through Wicked Cool Toys, is putting out some Halo figures. So these are 6.5 inches tall, $20 a piece. These pre-orders are live on GameStop. I guess they gave them the first stab here. So you got the Master Chief, the Spartan Mark IV, and Cat B320 from Reach. I've just said everything I know about these because I am not familiar. I mean, I could tell you who Master Chief is, but that's it.
You are not a Halo player.
I've never played Halo.
It's a great game.
I wish I could play those games. Those games, they make me nauseous. I can't play them. But I don't know. Jazzworks has done some crazy articulation with the Fortnite stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So it'd be interesting to see how these come off with that. Although I don't know how much articulation you really need with people in mech suits, right?
Right.
Check this out.
Yes.
Tamashii Nations SH Figure Arts is bringing a Live Aid version of Freddie Mercury. Sometimes there's things that come out that you just didn't know you needed.
Mm-hmm.
I think this is one of those.
I agree. I might need to hunt this guy down.
So this is actually available now. I don't even remember seeing pre-orders for this, but it's $60 import price, so you're probably looking at $75 stateside. It's got 3 different heads, and if one of them is not with his mouth wide open, I'm going to be very upset. That's an odd close-up. Look at that ground beef on his chest.
Hasn't this come out before?
They had the the version in the yellow coat.
Yeah, the
It's come
Kill
out
Bill
before.
suit, right?
Yeah.
Huh.
There's
Wow.
there's that mouth.
That's not a singing mouth, if you know what I'm saying.
You have to sing for my supper.
There we
Ooh.
go. I like that one. That's the one I would probably.
That one's better. Oh,
Wow.
Yeah, that's the magic right there. So 3 head sculpts with different mouth shapes. Microphone stand and microphone, multiple swap out hands. Yeah, this is really cool. So if you got the Michael Jackson and the other Freddie Mercury, I kind of wish they'd flesh that line out a little bit more. That'd be pretty cool.
I don't know.
The way that torso's cut, it almost looks like he's wearing a sports bra.
Mm,
Well, maybe.
maybe.
Have any of you guys seen that movie that came out? Was it last year or the year before?
I have. Yep.
Was it any good? I haven't seen it.
I thought it was really good. I enjoyed it.
I always wanted to.
It's apparently not completely factual, but
What does that mean? Jeremy B says, "Oh, good, you're using the pics as intended."
Oh, well, Jeremy and I have talked about anytime I can
Back
I
and
can
forth.
do this
Gotcha.
kind of stuff. I got a 4-piece. Check it out, Jeremy. Got a 4-piece. Ooh, all right. Oh, man. All right. And I think we've got one more thing to wrap up the segment here tonight. This was exciting news because of all the trouble everybody's had getting stuff lately. NECA announced that Ninja Turtles 2: The Secret of the Ooze, Toka and Razor 2-pack is made to order and is available via the NECA store on their website. The pre-order remains open until this Friday, August 7th. So this is $69.99. These guys are 7 and 8 inches tall, respectively. So they're big units, so to speak. 30 points of articulation. We're talking about eyebrows that are articulated on Toka and chains on Razor, swappable hands, shields, pipes, wooden beams, fire extinguishers, mutagen canisters, and a suspicious box of donuts. So here's the deal. If you're in on this line, which I know a lot of people are, a lot of people chase this around the free world between Walmarts and Targets and whatnot, go on the NECA website and order this for yourself. If you need to like sell some plasma, go do it. Don't miss out, because you're going to be sore at yourself if it's, $200.
This is a smart move by NECA, I think.
I think this is NECA trying to appease fans after all of the fiascos that have happened.
Yeah, it's what I'm saying. Like, well, I mean, even out here, I mean, there's plenty of Targets, and I can only think of 3 off the top of my head out of probably like 10 that actually get the NECA turtle stuff.
So I was in a Target this weekend. It's not a Target I normally go to, but it was the closest one to where I was. So I went in and just asked the guy in the electronics. I was like, "Hey, do you have the collectible section here in the movies?" And he pointed me over there. And I said, "Okay, do you know if you have any of the Ninja Turtle stuff?" He said, "Is that the NECA?" I said, "Yeah, the NECA stuff." He's like, "Man, I haven't seen that rep in months." And I walked over there, and it was literally looked like a bomb had gone off. So I walked back up. I said, "Do you know if you have any of those in the back?" He's like, "Man, we lock their stuff in a cage, and they have to put it out themselves." So who knows? That's the thing. You may wait 6 months for a rep to come by to put the stuff out. So you may have this stuff with everything going on. People aren't running these routes like they were. Yeah. You may be finding some of this stuff for forever.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Well, no, I was gonna say I got two things. One being kind of back to my last statement. Like, I think NECA doing this twofold. One, I think Chris, you hit it on the head when you said it appeases the fans. And they know exactly how many they need to make. They don't have to worry about them sitting. Like, it's done, it's liquidated, it's over. The other thing is, if this goes well, and I would encourage you guys, if you're even on the fence, like if you're in, you should go do this, because if it's a success, NECA's cutting out the middleman, so it's going to increase their profit margins as a business, and then they can bring all the control in house. So that's kind of step one. Step two would be, Chris, like you were saying with those reps. So if they're like the reps I have in my business, they're a third-party company. They don't directly work with NECA.
Right.
So, and a lot of those reps, like we got a magazine rep, we got a book rep, we got a candy rep, we got a Coke rep, like all these different reps. And aside,
is there a glitter rep?
No, there's not. There should be a glitter rep. I'm going to admit that. Aside from the Coke rep, none of them work for the companies.
They work for work for rep agencies.
Yeah, it's like a third party company.
Yeah.
And
a lot of the automotive companies are the same way.
Yeah, and these people are like 1099s, right? They're independent contractors, and most of them have been furloughed right now. So
yeah,
I think to your point, that's why these NECA sections are looking so bad. But at the same time, like, if this works, hopefully, I mean, it's going to encourage NECA to make that change in their business model. So
yeah,
go do it, people.
And from a lot, there's something, and I don't know the specifics. Don't get me to lying here, but the reason that these are sold the way they are, it has something to do with their license. So obviously, Playmates gets the toy aisle for this shit, right? Playmates with the whatever they're making for Turtles, and it seems to. They're kind of in a lull, I guess after the last Nintendo, Jesus. The last Nickelodeon show, I don't think did quite as well as some of them have historically. You haven't seen Turtles on the shelf. I really think since Toys R Us went away, it's been part of it too. But, that's the reason they're in Target in that one section. And now in Walmart kind of has that same section. So I don't know if they can continue this business model with them being store exclusives versus their website exclusives. But the whole cutting out the middleman thing, I mean, obviously, yeah, it's going to, save them 20-30% of whatever they're charging, Target to losing that revenue. So it's not the only company of this scale that I've heard rumblings that might be going all to internally sold stuff to avoid
I hope
the
they
headaches
do.
of dealing with, retail. And there's other, anybody, well, not anybody. You can get a NECA license, like you can sell NECA stuff. Anybody that's a retailer online or whatever with a website. So this is going to be interesting to see how all that goes. So la-di-da. There we go. That's all the news that was fit to print. Thanks again, Jeremy B.
Thanks, Jeremy B.
You do solid work, my man. Let's throw it over to Jose for the photo. Oh, okay. Sorry.
Aww.
Oh, just a tease. And I didn't pull any pictures, so sucks to be me. Tyler broke his computer. So that leaves us with only one segment to do.
Last segment standing.
Hey, yeah, and actually I have something I want to talk about on that, but go ahead. Let's talk about some robots. So did anybody see or watch the Netflix show?
We started it last night.
I have not.
Brian, what did you say?
I watched it on Thursday. I got myself a pizza. I ate too much, and I almost fell asleep during it a few different times.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
I watched it over a couple days, watched an episode or two here and there. I was pleased by it. I mean, I'm not won't go into a deep review here or anything, but I think what they're doing, it's going in a good direction. I mean, it was super predictable about, if you know what this trilogy is, that exactly what was going to ultimately happen. But the way they used some of the characters that weren't necessarily the G1 characters that were in this story, I thought was a very unique way to tell that part of it, to include them in that fashion. So, and hey, I ended up in part of a conversation today in a group chat that somebody said that these are the toys that are out now are the masterpiece versions because they're the most show accurate thing you can get, which is like a mind fuck kind of.
Yep.
Like, oh well, I don't know.
Yep, you don't even need masterpiece, so it's great.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say, I enjoyed it. I like the fact that it wasn't a kid show. It was like per se, right? They took it seriously. People died. There were repaints in there, just like in our collections.
Exactly.
And on multiple fronts that I've listened to, as far as people doing reviews, like the opening scene, the first two Autobots you see are Bumblebee and Wheeljack. That of course was not lost on me, and right. I felt the connection to everyone that I heard talk about it who mentioned that. Right, I heard it multiple times, and I was like, I'm glad that. Like that's something that a lot of people remember, right? That it all kind of started out with those two on screen is kind of cool. I thought that was cool. There was a couple other little nods in there that I'm not sure everybody caught, but it was kind of like Bumblebee's arc was quite different than what you were expecting, I would imagine. Yeah. So that was nice to see. So. My favorite part, Brian, of course, is there's some Siege smash up action. So oh yeah,
I was like, I saw it coming. I'm like, oh no, please don't.
And they did.
God, they did it.
There it was.
There's one thing, and this is not super spoilery, but they're going into this one place, and they're like, "We're gonna scan you for weapons." I'm like,
yes!
that guy's literally made out of guns. That's all he is. He is guns and head.
Dude, I called it too. I was like, "Oh, wait a minute, I see what's gonna happen here."
Yeah. But the repaint thing was pretty cool. I mean, especially the one, I guess, the biggest quote unquote repaint I thought that was really clever the way they used him.
Yes, I thought so too.
Don't talk about him being a clone.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of story there. I thought it was really good, and I love that. I mean, yeah, it's kind of clunky that they're using these CAD models that are the toys, but at the same time, like the way that it was done, the animation style, I really enjoyed. It kind of Kelly, sat through one or two, and she's like, the animation reminds me of the Clone Wars. The way it's really gritty and but you can see like almost how they've drawn it, like the Clone Wars is. I just thought that looked really sharp. I will say, Charlie said, I just can't watch it, Daddy. Why do the robots have lips? And since then, I'm like, God damn it, why does Megatron have those big old juicy lips? Sorry.
Yeah.
That was funny.
Well, one other little tidbit I thought was cool was I really liked how they refer to the Decepticon jets as Seekers. I don't think I've ever seen that anywhere except for maybe in the comics. I was like, wow, they actually.
Yeah, I agree with you on that. I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah, but
that was pretty cool.
I guess further conversations to come on that, but
sure.
Yeah, I mean, overall it's pretty good. I was talking to Josh Fisher about it, I think Friday after they weren't able to stream live, and he asked me what I thought about it, and I was like, is it weird for me to say that there was bad acting in a cartoon? Like, I don't think it was acted well. And I thought that was like, even just the mannerisms of the robots and stuff. Like, I've seen anime, and it's like you almost look like you're watching real people act, the way they draw it and stuff like that. But maybe that's lost on the fact that these are robots.
Maybe.
Sure. All right. Well, I have a sprinkling of robot news. So, here we go. Hey, look. Speaking of Transformers War for Cybertron characters, here's Bumblebee.
I didn't see that shield or that gun. These aren't show accurate.
I don't think he didn't transform, did he? I can't remember.
I just love that the answer is like, hey man, we're having a real difficult time trying to figure out the back half transformation.
Just make it into a shield.
Yeah, it's Friday at 3:30. Just make it into a shield. We'll call it good.
I do like that he does not. Well, there's a logo. He doesn't have a logo on his
chest.
Yeah. So I'm sorry. Is this what line is this from?
This is the War for Cybertron, Earthrise.
Okay, Earthrise.
Yeah.
So this will be what? Okay. Gotcha.
There you go. I mean, dude, this looks
great.
We've seen that these are just basically
scaled down.
Yeah, scaled down. Maybe a little bit frugaler on the MP front, but they're doing it, man. This is Masterpiece Bumblebee for the most part. I mean,
the first one, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. And I mean, dude,
now is this the Japanese version that's coming out? Is that what this is with the kanji at the bottom? Am I assuming?
Possibly. This might be the old Chalker might have just got this leaked from somewhere.
Okay.
Sure. But yep. And then look at, I mean, even the doors wrapping around his feet and all that good stuff. So, and we got Alita 1, who is basically a repaint of RC. So
in the show, she's a pretty pivotal character, but I mean, she literally looks just like this. And Kelly was in the room with me. We were watching. She said, "How the hell is she standing up with all that shit on her back?" I said, "Don't try to put logic into an illogical situation."
Look at those feet. They go forwards and backwards. That stands up.
Big old.
Yeah, I guess so. Oh, she's gonna get into some deep snow later, I guess.
Yeah. Looks like you can peg a gun on them things.
5mm. Make it happen.
She looks like she's wearing bicycle shorts.
Yep, I see that. And there's the back. And then there's the car.
Oh, wow. They didn't miss a lick of paint on that, did they?
It's a red RC.
And this is... Wow. I've forgotten who this is. This is...
Kevin.
Is that the Scorponok?
Yes.
Minibot?
It goes with Scorponok. Oh, damn. Over. Bite. No.
Overclock.
Flame, yeah, whatever. Shit. Fast track. Thank you, Crimson Raptors. Fast track. So come on, move.
Somebody doing construction?
So he transformed into a little car, and look at what he can also turn into. This looks pretty wild.
Is this a weapon for Scorponok?
Oh, you know it. There it is. It's like a big metallic lollipop form.
Well, what is it though?
I don't know.
I think it's supposed to be a spear.
Oh, it's
Kind of
trash.
a melee weapon.
It's trash.
And of course he is Siege Smash Up compatible.
Oh,
So
for the love of God,
we're
let's
gonna
do
see
it.
lots
Show me.
of that later.
Oh, there's no pictures here.
Oh, not now.
I was
No.
gonna say, part of me thinks they do this so they don't have to put pins in the figures.
Maybe. I mean,
I mean, there's worse things, I guess.
turn him into that. And here we are now with another version of Megatron. So I thought this might be the same old version that we've had already, but it looks like there's some slight changes. Here he is with the one that I remember. This is the I want to say the Siege. This is the Siege version.
Okay.
Because of the space mud, you can tell.
Can see his lips.
Yeah.
Let me see his lips. Oh, there they are. Okay.
Throws me off.
So if we look, yeah, they are the same figure. One that's posed better than the other, but you can see here they changed the torso a bit, and I think maybe, I don't know, maybe this is the Earthrise version. They changed it up because obviously this is going to be more indicative of the gun stuff. I don't know. Anyway, we're getting another one. And also, on the third-party news, we got some pics of X-Transbots, the Motormaster trailer. So,
is it long enough to cradle like a newborn baby?
I don't think so.
To rock it gently back and forth.
But this is
Back,
do these even roll? This is very odd.
Forth and forth.
It's very
Yeah, that kind of looks like. Now, which brand is this again?
X-Transbots.
Is this the last piece of their puzzle here?
Yes.
Zoom back in real quick, Brian. Yeah, I think you're right. I don't think those roll.
Or if they do, there's some kind of. They're not individual.
Yeah, I was gonna say maybe they have a small little plastic wheel on the bottom of the tire.
Oh, that would be funny. But yeah, this is the last piece, Chris. This is what you need to turn him into Menasor. So this.
But he's already a skeleton, right?
Turns into the body. No, I believe that this trailer turns into like the skeletons in his inside here.
Oh.
Like X-Transbots hasn't released their skeleton yet. Only DX9 has. So there you go. Let's see what else we have. Oh, speaking of X-Transbots, I know people are anxious to get their Quintessons and their Bailiff guy.
Mm-hmm.
But look at this guy in the middle. Wow. Like, I remember when... I can't remember now what I was going to say. God,
about this cup figure?
Yeah, like when this was teased, like I try to think back, like I think Lenny was still on SCU.
I think it was 2015 or 2016 when they teased the head sculpt. Because I remember Locke, right? Is it Locke?
Yeah.
Yeah, which is probably a reference to Lost, which is probably lost on the majority of people, as that show has slipped further and further away from pop culture.
I never watched it.
Okay, there was an old guy on there named Locke. There,
Okay.
That's really all you need to know.
I didn't know. I was like, "What's that? What's Locke?"
So, well, he's got a box at least. That's what Duff said.
I don't know that that's his box. I think that's a teaser box like they did.
That would be messed up.
I don't know. Somebody scan the QR code. Your phone should be able to pick it up. See where it takes you. Wait, hang on. These are made in China?
Huh.
Oh no.
I'm surprised they have barcodes. Have we seen third-party boxes with barcodes before?
No, and they're all the same.
Maybe this is. I don't know. I have no idea.
What are they trying to pull, Keith?
But zoom in real tight. I'll see if I can scan the QR code. Let's see if my phone will do it. Hang on.
It's awful.
Oh, looks like my Michael Jordan from. Will it read it? Will it read it? I don't think it can quite focus on it.
No.
Let me see here more. I thought I had a QR code zone. I guess
It kind of looks like one of those like hidden art things. Like, is it this like a big worm here and
big snake, big worm, big. I don't give a damn.
No, maybe this one.
It's very, very pixely. The top one would have been.
I don't know if
if
we'll be able to pick it up. Hang on, let me try again. Zoom in one more time. Let's see if it'll pick it up. Come on. It doesn't like it. Oh well.
Didn't like it.
Didn't like it at all.
I can almost see like a screaming bumblebee face in it. Zoom in again.
Yep.
This is what it's come down to, ladies.
Okay, so like, I don't know if you guys can see it. Right there's like the outside of his head. Like that little kind of curve up. No, like that's kind of the shoulder.
You know,
like,
we all see a different
eyes,
man. We all see a different man in the moon. I see a Ronald McDonald screaming. So
Yeah.
yeah.
All right.
Hey, if I get a virus on my phone, that's my business.
Oh.
Well, this episode of Enter the Realm ETR is brought to you by Agabus.com, the official e-tailer of the realm of collectors. Visit Agabus.com for your masterpiece and third-party needs. $5.95 flat rate shipping. Free shipping on orders over $150 plus Agabucks, your same as cash reward system. Spend money and earn money for your next purchase. Visit Agabus.com today for details.
Thanks, Hanny.
Brian, what's new at Agabus this week?
Well, we have the G Creations GDW01B Darkness Maximus in stock and ready to ship.
Who?
Wow.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. So G Creations, let me get out my mental Rolodex here of third-party companies. They made the IDW-inspired Masterpiece Scale Optimus, and this is the Nemesis version?
Uh-huh.
I need a round of applause for pulling that out of my ass, ladies and gentlemen. Woo! All right.
Yeah, get this if you love horrible transformations.
Is this the one you gave up on?
Yeah, I eventually revisited it and got it back into a robot or a truck. I can't remember which one it was, but he's been sitting in a box, stored away for a long time.
Which you don't realize is actually turns into a monkey. You were going the wrong direction.
For those who do pick up this set, I just want to warn you: there's this bit here and this bit here. They are barely hanging on by a little thread of plastic, and so while you're manipulating this, getting frustrated trying to figure out where all those armatures go, don't put your thumb on these because they will break right off. Just want to warn you now. And if they do break off, it actually doesn't look bad, so don't worry about it too much. And then also we have the MMC Moors.
Finally.
Yeah, I mean,
You know, one of the first dioramas I ever made was a DJD piece for Bobby Skullface's DJD shelf. And finally, after 5 long years, he can fulfill that diorama's purpose.
There's actually one more coming.
No,
one more
no,
coming.
no, not like that.
Yeah.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. If Dust
Well,
was
I'm not
here,
ready.
I was hoping that we could have a little back and forth with Moors and Moops. Shout out to the Bubble Boy episode of Seinfeld.
Mm-hmm.
And that does it for the Transformers news.
Thank you, Brian, for bringing us that. Yep, that. We appreciate it, as always. So I was just going to, we have some time to kill here. Do you guys, has everybody here had some sort of celebrity interaction in your life?
Mm-hmm.
Very, and not really. No, not really. Just very minimal.
Well, I just thought of this because you talking about Ashley Judd. I had an interaction with her. I sat next to her in on a Southwest flight.
No,
No, it wasn't Southwest. It was Delta. Excuse me. In coach. I remember I was flying from, I think I was flying from Nashville to Baltimore. Which Nashville, obviously, I don't know if she lives there, but her family does, country music and whatnot. So I had seen her. She had on a mask, so she was telling the future. She was wearing like a surgical mask, and I had seen her. I was like in one of the little bookstores getting up water or something, and I'm like, that kind of looks like Ashley Judd. Like, whatever, who knows? Well, time passes. I get on the airplane, sitting there in my aisle seat. A few minutes later, here comes somebody sliding in, and it's Ashley Judd sitting beside me. She probably loves now that everybody does this, but she scrubbed that entire seat area with Lysol wipes. I mean, we never spoke. I think, hey, how are you? Kind of, excuse me, whatnot. I didn't, try to talk to her. I'm thinking, yeah, she's got a mask on. I'm going to assume she doesn't want to talk to anybody. But I just thought it was a very odd interaction.
That's interesting.
What about you guys? Do you have any?
Maybe she's.
I'm sorry. Do what?
I said maybe she's just really clean and germ.
Could be. She might. I don't know what the situation was, but that was a very odd thing. One other airplane story. Kelly and I were flying back. We'd been on a cruise, out of South Florida somewhere, and
wow.
We were on the plane from South Florida to Atlanta, and then we're Atlanta home. And I had like $1,000 voucher because they totally fucked me on a flight. So we had booked first class round trip seats, and it cost us like $100. It was super cheap for us because I had that voucher. So we're sitting in first class, and I look across the way, and NBA star Dwight Howard is sitting like catty corner away, and Kelly said. She just knows him because he's super freaking tall. She's like, who's that guy? Because I didn't even notice him. I'm like, oh shit, it's Dwight Howard. And she got to Google on her phone. She said, he just got traded from Atlanta to DC. I'm like, well, that would make sense why he's on this flight, because it literally happened like the day before. And I don't know how all that works, but I'm assuming they're like, well, get your ass up here. Let's figure out what we're going to do with you, and then you need to find somewhere to live. I would imagine that's kind of what the conversation is. And there was a guy back in coach, and I remember I looked backwards, and he like did the head nod and got my attention, and he tried to hand me his phone to take a picture of Dwight Howard, and I just looked at him like, no, dude. I wanted, and of course I just said, you should have paid for first class, buddy. You could have had all the pictures of Dwight Howard you want. But I was like, come on, man, don't be a dick. I just thought that was funny. So. What about you guys?
JD and I met. Well, I don't even know if you want to call it meeting and him, but we got our picture taken with Henry Rollins after one of his little, like, sort of stand-up performance type things.
Oh, nice.
Cool.
Yeah, you couldn't interact with him. You really couldn't talk to him. He just was like, "Hey, how you doing?" Take a picture, step away, kind of thing.
Like a cool meet and greet after the show kind of thing?
Yeah, and that was my first ever interaction with a famous person, or even being that close to somebody who was famous ever. So that was 2.5 years ago. It was right after his heart attack.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's cool.
It was cool, yeah.
Yeah, I think like some people are seeing stuff like here's Jeeta. Mike Tyson walked past me in a club in Vegas.
Oh,
Um, it's funny, like I think I've only seen people in passing too, like, hey, wait a minute, I think that was so and so, but I never really had a conversation. I don't think with anyone. My dad told me once that he met Elvis in a bar
wow.
in Memphis
That's
That's cool.
awesome.
and talked to him for a bit. Yeah, I don't quite remember the full story, but yeah.
I have some crazy stories about wrestlers that people may or may not know. Like Tracy Smothers was a kind of a big name in wrestling for a while. He used to come wrestle for me. He lived in Nashville, and my show was about 45 minutes. He'd show up like, "Oh, hey man, I left my gear in the dryer, man. You got something? Somebody got something?" So we had to patch together this man an outfit to wrestle. He was a trip. He brought a transvestite as his valet, and pretty sure he didn't realize it was a transvestite because he tongue kissed her on the side of the ring.
Oh no.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, me and Tracy stories.
It probably sounds dumb, but I felt like I met famous people the first time I met like everybody that's on podcasts in the realm.
Oh wow!
It was weird. It really was because like I'm watching you guys on my TV at home, you know, and then I met all you guys at NJCC. I was nervous. I told JD, I was like, I don't know what to say to these guys. I don't even know them. Like I don't know what to say. It was kind of an intimidating experience because it's no different. Like you're watching people on your TV at home. It doesn't feel much different than that. I think.
Dave met John Ritter.
What?
And spent the day at a toy store. How fucking great is that?
He's told me that story before. That's really cool.
And he said he drank beer with Bruce Willis. That's
I
crazy.
know. We got oh dude, Cheetah got to talk to Eddie Winslow.
Wow.
That's Carl.
Yeah, what is his last name? I always forget.
Damn.
No, Eddie's the kid, the oldest boy.
Oh, my bad.
Not the guy from Die Hard. That's
Yeah.
funny. I saw Ron. The Truth Killings, Our Truth, whatever, in a strip club in Nashville one time. They were playing his entrance music, and I looked around like, why are they playing? Oh, that's why, because he's right over there. Yeah. I know Tyler's got a clip ready for us here.
No, I've met a lot. I don't think I could name them all, to be honest.
Really? Like a ton of famous people? Seriously?
Yeah, so I used to, when I worked for Foot Locker, I worked right across the street from where the Delta Center is, like where the Jazz play.
Uh-huh.
So we would see visiting NBA guys like every week. And then not to mention like all the local guys. And then like from time to time we'd see some entertainers. And then when I was in San Francisco, we'd see like E40 would come in all the time, like a bunch of those rapper guys. I sold Lars a pair of Chucks once, which was kind of cool. He was a dick.
Lars
from Metallica, the drummer.
Oh, well, Lars Ulrich. He just seems like he would be a dick to everybody all the time.
Yeah, he was a dick. Like he came in and he picked up this blue Chuck Taylor, navy blue and a high top, and he's like, "Can I get this in a size 9 and hurry up?" And we're like,
9.
Okay, bro.
Sorry.
And then in the past jobs we would do different appearances with different people. So, we'd have athletes in or entertainers, whatever. But I'd say probably the place I met the most people is probably working in Vegas. And it was like same thing. It was like the mall on the strip. But like every comedian you could think of almost that did stand up in there. And they were varying degrees of nice, I guess I would say. So, I mean, Kevin James came in and he was there probably an hour just taking pictures and shaking hands with people.
Oh.
So
that dude's got a Nike deal. Did you know that?
Mm-hmm. So Kevin Hart did. I think his Nike deal's up.
I know Kevin James. Well, he did at least.
Yeah.
Because I was watching some old episodes of King of Queens, and he's like dripping swoosh in every shot, literally every shot.
Well, Seinfeld used to be sponsored by Nike too. They used to give them all kinds of stuff. We'd see a lot of boxers in Vegas, a lot of UFC athletes in Vegas. I would probably say the most famous person would probably be Michael Jackson.
Nice.
Wow.
Yeah, we actually he's the only person we had to shut the store down for. It got that crazy. So we had we had these tall floor to ceiling glass windows. We had literally, you could hear it. It was like a stampede coming. We had to lock the doors, and they were bending the glass in because there were so many people.
Wow.
But I'm trying to think who else off the top of my head. Well, yeah, I was gonna say Dave just said Brittany when she was doing her show at Planet Hollywood. She would come into the Foot Locker from time to time. Trying to think, man. Sylvester Stallone came in to that store. That was pretty big.
I almost met him once when he was filming Copland, that took place up in the northeast region of Jersey, up on the Hudson River there. He actually came into the golf range that I worked at to hit some balls, and I was out running an errand for my manager. I come back, they're like, guess who was here? And I was like, oh, wow. And they're like, he's really short.
Yeah.
And, of course, for Copland, he was all out of shape and stuff, too. So.
Yeah, I think a lot of celebrities are not as big as you think they'd be. The ones I've seen him at.
Stallone was probably 5'4", 5'5". He wasn't very big at all. Mm-hmm. We had Jay-Z came in and was super down to earth, got 2 white pair of Air Force Ones, a couple Yankee hats, and he had by far the biggest bodyguard I've ever seen in my life. Wow. I was joking with him. I was like, where do you keep the license plate on this dude? Because he's massive. And then while we're standing there helping him, the dude leans over to him and he's like, your girl will be here in 2 minutes. And then literally 2 minutes later, 2 more guys that look like small trucks walk in and they had Beyonce with them.
Wow.
Yeah. And she was super nice.
Jealous of that. Right there, John Favreau. I'd want to meet him super bad. Anyway.
Skinny's actually putting out where I worked. Yes, it was in Weehawken where the golf range was. It's closed now.
So what did Beyonce buy anything?
No. She just came in and gave me a little wave. Hi. I was like, oh my gosh. Yeah.
Wow.
Is there anybody that would make you really freak out if you met them, famous wise? Would you really get a little flustered if you got anywhere near them? Is there anybody that you feel that way about?
No, I don't really get shook by that. And honestly, I have this never meet your heroes kind of thing because I don't want to be disappointed, because I guess in your head you build people up, right? And they're all, I think Nightwing said, everybody puts their pants on one leg at a time. Yeah, they do. But, you don't want to be disappointed by people. I used to watch NASCAR pretty heavy, and I might have told this story before, but I was at an event, former employer, Advanced Auto Parts. We used to have these big manager conferences. And they had it in Charlotte one year, NASCAR Hall of Fame. And they did a horrible job of telling us what was going on. They actually had a bunch of NASCAR drivers. They had Jack Roush, who's super duper famous, and I would love to have met him, but he was literally leaving but by the time we found out here. Then I find out my favorite driver, Matt Kenseth, is there. I'm like, oh, that's cool. Well, let me go, say hi to him and see if I can get an autograph. So I walk up to the guy, and he's literally in a pop up by himself outside. I walk up, I'm like, hey, Matt. Big fan, shake his hand. Dude straight up just yawns in my face and says, oh, sorry. Oh, yeah, nice to meet you, man. I'm like, oh,
man.
But, I was thinking of this dude probably just flew in for this from wherever he was. You can't judge people by that. But I remember a couple events like that. There was NASCAR people like Elliott Sadler, and I don't know if you guys know who any of these people are, but that guy, just the look on his face was like, why the fuck did they make me come do this shit? There was you guys remember gosh, Spike TV, or it's TNN before that. They used to always on Saturday, and they may still do it. Saturday mornings, they had all these like automotive shows, like a 4x4 off-road show and muscle car show. And there was always this girl, I think her name was Courtney, that hosted it, blonde-headed chick. I met her there. She was super nice. Probably getting a little deep in the weeds here. So met a ton of wrestlers. Some that are still alive, some that aren't. But
I think sometimes for me it's like an intimidation of how hard they've pushed to be where they are, and I have such a large amount of admiration for them that I kind of get like, wow, if I had the opportunity to meet that person, I would really love to just pick their brain, talk to them, vibe off of like their thought processes on this, that, or the other thing. And I think that's more what gets me is that kind of push that they made to be where they are, and I don't know, undying respect for certain people, I guess, is another one. Maybe.
It's all about the energy, if you're around somebody that, you get good vibes off of, then obviously you're going to have a good memory of that. But like if somebody's like, why are you here? Why are you talking to me?
Yeah. Which I hear Robert Englund is like that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like,
he's the Freddy guy, right?
Yeah, people who've met him at like, horror conventions and stuff like that. He's been very like, let me sign that, get away from me, kind of stuff. I don't know if it's true, but I've heard that. So,
well, I mean, I don't know. I think the Michael Jordan documentary kind of shed some light on that. I don't know if you guys have had a chance to watch that, but it's on Netflix.
It's on Netflix now, so it's mixed up.
Even if you're not a basketball fan, like that documentary is amazing. But he just talks about like the fatigue it is to be him,
to be
like,
on.
Yeah, on all the time. Everybody wants a piece of you. Like he like, I can't remember what he said, but he's like, the only time I can be myself is when like I'm alone in my hotel room, pretty much.
Yeah, and his his friends are his security guards.
Yeah.
Right.
They're always playing dice or cards or something. It's him and his security detail.
Man.
Just like, man.
You were saying that though, Chan, like I've been very fortunate to meet him a couple of times, and I would say I got like butterflies in the stomach, like palm sweaty type thing. Yeah.
That's cool.
But like to Chris's point, like I've had some horrible interactions with people too, like just terrible.
I'm thinking the one you told me about, somebody that talks like this all the time. That's from Boston.
Yeah,
won't put any more out there, but
well, I mean, I'm sure a lot of people get a little, a little too big for the britches and all that, and I'm sure that happens. I don't have any doubt in that. I'm not.
Well,
I'm not a child about that kind of like thought process. It's just kind of, sometimes there's some people where you just want to sit down and you want to have a cup of coffee with them and be like, let me pick your brain for a second. Let's hang out in the kitchen and bake some cookies and have a chat, like one of those kind of things. It just kind of happens.
I mean, we had some nightmares though. We literally had to tell Lil Wayne to get off of a table in a retail store. That
does not surprise me. I'm not shocked at that.
His song came on while he was in the store, and he decided to give an impromptu concert and like kicks t-shirts off the top of a table and gets on top of it and starts singing along. And it's just like, can you get down, please, before you fall?
Did he have a Volkswagen-sized bodyguard with him? Because he's a little bitty dude, didn't he?
Yeah, he was short too, but no, he had some goons with him, but he didn't have any like.
He should have just started ringing up t-shirts. Oh, you wanted all these, dog?
Right.
You know what? I didn't even think about that. JD brought up Jim Clark. I didn't even, for some reason, that kind of escaped me. That was a nice interaction. He was really interesting to meet. Not a lot of people would consider him to be like mega famous or anything, but.
You have to tell me who he is because I don't know who Jim
he is one of the main creators of the original Dark Crystal with like the puppets and all that.
Oh yeah, I remember you guys had. Yeah, they had.
Yeah, the Boglins is his big.
Okay,
I remember.
His big.
That's right.
What is it? I can't remember the other one. Insectors. Yeah, that's the other one. And there's a couple of other ones. I actually have some stuff he signed. I need to get hung in the house. That's a nice guy right there, like very down to earth, just very,
Yeah.
It was Traveling Matt, the
Uncle Traveling Matt. Yeah, that was his.
Yeah.
you're talking about meeting us or whatever, but like I met at Toy Fair this past year. I met Dan from Toy Galaxy, who's super nice, and he and I just literally shot the shit for 20 minutes standing outside the NECA booth.
That's cool.
I met Robo from Fwoosh. We talked about Southern accents because he's from Arkansas. That was cool to just go up and talk to them like that. You always just like, oh man, I wonder if he's going to be.
Yeah.
They seem so cool on TV, but they were super cool.
Well, that's the other thing, because like, YouTube now has made people, even if it's just a couple hundred people or 1,000 people famous in some way, and that can be, I feel, a little intimidating too, to kind of like step into a room where those people are. I know it was for me, for sure. Walking into a room where I hear everybody just go off, and the realm is like such a big entity at NJCC, and it was like, wow, this is crazy. I'm in this room with these people. This is unreal. It was just really interesting.
They was on my TV last week.
Yeah, pretty
now
much.
they're real people.
Mm-hmm.
It's funny. Yeah, I think a lot of us are like the first time. I remember the first time I met like Dust and Ace and guys at the we went to that Charlotte TF Con. It was like, what the fuck am I going to do? My mom said, "You know these people?" I'm like, well, I talk to them every week, but you don't know who they are. Well, not really.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was for me, I guess, that same experience, because I met all the SCU guys at the time, and I'm like, oh, listen to you guys every week.
Yeah, because that was another one too. Like Bobby and all those guys, and that was really interesting too. Just like it felt like a big moment to meet all these people that you watch all the time. It was really weird.
Right. It's just very strange. So
Yeah.
I don't know. Everybody's a celebrity to somebody, I guess.
Yeah, I guess.
All right. Good talk, guys. Good talk. Chan, you got your clipboard with you?
I do, and a handy dandy clipboard right here.
Well, why don't you tell us which one of our friends were hanging out with us in the chat?
Tonight we had Toy Mafia, Kenneth A, Nightwing and Brammer was in here, Sunday Heat, Nick Lord, Wolfie was in here, Energon Addict, Beansy, oh my god, my brain. Beansy, Eric B, Pigment Surgery, Jeremy B, Jedi Mindset, Bricks on the Dollar, Vinny, Ralph L, Rogue War, Crimson Raptor, Doodle Cheese, Mark 44 Prime, Buzzsaw Eject, Shay J, Delirium, Wes S, Sam M, John I, The Vendetta, Gita, Frank was in here, Gabriel, let's see, Braun, Paul L, and Jello Slapper.
I love that name, Jello Slapper.
I know, it's great.
Thanks for hanging out, everybody. If you haven't, give us a thumbs up on this video. And whoever gave us 2 thumbs down, the algorithm doesn't care. It's interaction either way.
Ha 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 ha.
Thumbs up. Well, let's go around here, and you can tell the internet where you at, Mr. Brink.
Hey, I'm at Brinkalizer on Instagram. Join the Realm group, of course, on Facebook. And watch me post pics of bread in a can.
Yes.
Be sure to tune in to Breaking the Mold tomorrow night on this very channel. We had a figure banging last week for the Fans Toys Hump figure, which was a lot of fun, actually. Tune into that. And obviously this week, I don't know, maybe there is, maybe there's not. Are we going to have a little shelf gravy there, Chan?
Yes, we will.
All right. Shelf gravy this Wednesday, 9-ish.
9-ish.
Perhaps.
Yeah.
It all depends on when the pigment surgery master himself gets home from work. So.
Yep.
I believe that does it for me, Chris.
All right. Chan?
You can find me Chandra Cooper on Facebook, Pocket Wookie on Instagram and Xbox Live. You can find me doing the Shelf Gravy thing with JD and Brian and the other fellas every other Wednesday. And doing the Total Package podcast with the girls on Thursday nights around 8:30. Here on Monday nights, having a blast with everybody on the ETR.
All right.
Oh, and green Jello, by the way.
Oh, and green Jello.
Green Jello.
Gotcha.
With
Tyler.
fruit inside?
No fruit. No.
Cat food.
No.
Those textures just clash. I agree.
Don't put
things in
anything
the
in the
Jell-O.
Jello. No, nothing.
I like strawberries and strawberry Jello. That's good. Sorry.
Yeah, there's something about putting shredded carrots in green Jello in Utah. Of places, but,
No.
You can keep that shit in Utah. That's gross.
that's funny.
Tyler.
Oh, you can find me Tyler Lead on Facebook. You can find me Tyler the Collector on Instagram, although I haven't posted anything there in a while. Or if you want to see what kind of dumb stuff I'm making for your 1/12 figures, you can hit me up at 3D Printing Forge.
Boom. Crashbox Customs all across the Fruited Plain. Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter. If you do Twitter, I think I have one person who actually ever likes any of my stuff on Twitter, but it's there. Christopher Pinkerton on the Facebook groups. The Realm is a proud member of the Cool Table. Check out the Cool Table on Facebook for all the other shows and content there. You can find the Realm on Facebook. Our group is Realm of Collectors. You can find us on Instagram at Realm of Collectors, where Antoine is steady putting in work. We are almost to 10,000 followers on our Instagram. I think we're at like 990 something last time I looked. So slow road, slow burn, but we're going to get there. We're getting there. Shout out once again to Antoine for steady putting in work. RealmCollectors.com is the website, the YouTube channel. You're either watching it or listening to it. This podcast is available on all audio platforms, even Stitcher, Jimmy, if you're still out there listening. Yeah, did I leave anything out? I don't think I did. Well,
Miss you, Dust.
Miss you, Dust. Yeah, Dust.
Wow.
Get your shit together, Dust. Just kidding. It was weird doing the show without you, Dust. I'll just say
Yes,
that.
it was.
Well, somebody will have to hit his tagline here, because you could have been anywhere in the world, but you were here with us, and we appreciate that.
He's done talking.
Say it with me now.
Round